right, let's try this. Oh gosh. Well, I think this is acting like it too. I don't know what in the world is wrong with this connection. It's the Metro service. Hey, Marcus, how are you? Oh Lord, hold on. Hey, Marcus. So I was coming up here. Okay, I see you. You're not. Let me make you a mod. All right, so you should be a mod. Um, I'm about to discuss that now, Marcus. How are you and Trapper? Is this better? Like, is this working right now as far as my connection? Okay, it's your girl Shay. Okay, okay, so I'm good. All right. Hopefully it was just 6 hours. All right, so I don't want to. I don't want to repeat everything again. I mean, if y'all didn't hear it, but so this GI doctor was on the same page as me as far as Destiny Shunt being the sole problem of the declining, the choking, the gagging, the eyes rolling back. Um, she was telling me that with shunts, they're normally replaced every 6 years. Well, Destiny's had hers for 21 years, almost 22 years. So um, it should have been replaced 3 times if you add those up. She said it's probably so embedded in her brain that there's no telling what the outcome or the damage would be if anybody were to go inside and do a shunt replacement. Uh, I told her how I've been fighting for 2 years for medical records and all of that. Nobody will take my case. I told her about that. No one will take my case, nor Miss Bradley's case, who's in the live right now. Um, so right now, my heart and my mind is all over the place. Um, I told her that I'm having to basically cherish every moment with Destiny. Um, it's no one will take it. No one. It's absolutely crazy. Um, But it's sad because this doctor and one of her other doctors who she doesn't see now, they all see exactly what I'm talking about. Um, no, um, so when she began to feel the back of Destiny's neck and the side, she said she can feel the scattered lymph nodes. She says she does not understand why at all that her primary care doctor did not order her a round of antibiotics. She says a lot of times antibiotics are used to see if it's some type of infection somewhere in her body. Um, I told her all he did was send her to an infectious disease doctor. She did. She ordered her amoxicillin. Um, and like I'll get the same questions like, are these Emory doctors? Are these what do you call that? The children's healthcare doctors? And I'm like, yeah. Everybody talks about how good Emory and Choa. She's the reason. They're the reason she's like this today. The doctors who perform at these places. Um, I just feel like, and she said the same thing. Like I feel like if you guys are scared of the situation, or you guys know you can't do anything, tell me that. Tell me that. Um, I'm waiting for calls back to try to see if she qualifies to get help. I'm trying to get her to do university. Um, like I explained to her GI doctor, without the year, make a model of the shunt. Um, no MRI test can be ran. Um, but this is what she said she felt. I don't know if you can see it. It's SHOTTYLYMPHADENOPATHY. So I had her write it down, but that's the lymph nodes that she felt today. Um, she's just beyond words on why they haven't gave her an antibiotic to see. Like I told her. Um, oh, and speaking of you, I told her your situation, and she asked me where were you located. I said California. Well, let me just say it on here. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what I told her. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Um, his intestines was grown on the outside, correct? Because that's what I told her. Now she's a GI doctor. She deals with the bowels and you know what I mean, like all of that. Okay, let me stand back over here. That his intestines was he was born with his intestines on the outside. Okay. I told her, hey Sin, I love and appreciate you so much. Um, okay. I told her that it was growing on the outside. They put it back. And I said, am I correct? Was he supposed to have a colostomy bag? And she said, yes. I said, well, he didn't. She said, well, what did they do? I said, if I'm correct, I said they had a little piece out and they wrapped it. I couldn't remember if it was gauze or saran wrap, but I know it was something. And all she could do was shake her head. Yep. He was supposed to have a colostomy bag. And I knew that just from it being any kind of intestines. Let me see something. Don't let me type in here. I even told her that this month was medical malpractice month. She said she didn't even know that. I know you four ladies have always rocked with me. But now, mm-mm. These two young ladies and Is Marcus have been with me for years. I want to get her to do university so bad, so bad. But without the year, make, a model of her shunt, I don't even know if they could help me. I don't know if they can help me. It's like they're sending some, like bits and pieces, but it has nothing to do with the year, make, a model of her shunt. I have tried one, two, three, 4 ways. 4 ways. I wish I was more educated on her shunt. So now that she's wanting to do little things, I'm trying to jump on it and make it happen. I try to smile every day. I try to do lives and smile. But when you watch your child go through this, it's hard. So any little smile, any little thing that I get from her, I take it and I hold on to it. Then it just makes me angry for Destiny and Nehemiah. And that's what I tell you, I've been dealing with it 24 years, but you're just beginning. Destiny is my life. But you guys, you can find her, what is it, Justice for Nehemiah, on TikTok and Facebook. Or if you have it worded different, please write it in the chat. Honestly, it's like when I begin to tell her situation, you can tell these doctors are scared. So like this, what, Tuesday or Wednesday, my son asked that we want to go to, this is a little beach about an hour away, and she said yes. So with everything in me, I'm going to try to get her there. I was going to do a fundraiser, but I'm not going to do it right now until I know that Duke can see her. Yeah, and she didn't find out he had it until he was 8 months. Then I'm learning in a couple of months, I'm losing my job as a caregiver, not because of anything I've done, but supposedly since the pandemic has lifted, we as family members, none of us can be their caregivers. So a lot of us are losing our jobs. And I'm sitting out here with a whole new car and car note. And it's sad because a lot of us family members in this program, we can't work. They need us 24 hours a day. Yep. I was trying to see how, but I think I have to be on StreamYard to drop the link. It's not just me. The government, state or whatever. They said like they allowed us family members to be their caregivers, but once the pandemic lifted, we can no longer be their caregivers. Hey, Mark. So it's so many of us family members. They just said that we can have aides to come in and do what we do. But I don't need an aide to come in here and clean my house and take care of Destiny and help her. I do that every day. And she's not going to let just anybody do it. So I just think that it's sad because if they would have told all of us this in the beginning, like when we all, signed up for the program, um, I, I wouldn't be so upset about the situation. Like I would have got a whole car that my mom helped me get so that I could help get Destiny to her appointment. So basically, this car is in my mother's name as a co-signer. So it's crazy. Hey, sis, y'all are the people that has really been rocking with me this whole time. Nope. And nobody would take her case or mine. She's even called lawyers out of state, in state, all of that. She's done all of that. Nobody would take her case either. It just makes you wonder how much of hey Cola, how much um how much these lawyers and doctors are all in this together, like and watching Destiny decline is hurting me. Seeing what Nehemiah goes through is hurting me. Yeah, I mean, I don't get it, Um, but when you watch your child or children um, decline from a brain injury, like because this right here with Destiny could either get really worse. Hey, Vernell, could get really worse, and I'm just so afraid that if the left ventricle collapses, the decline that she has now, what's going to happen if the left one collapses? I don't think, like, my thing is just give me answers. Just tell me something, like, tell me that you're scared to do anything. And the sad part about it is she has a winning case, and so do I. And these doctors know it. But it's not fair. It's not fair what all these doctors have done to both of these kids. And it's like, how do you go to sleep at night knowing what you've done? So if you think about it with Destiny, her shunt is embedded in her brain. She's declining fast. She has scattered lymph nodes across the back of her neck. Her right ventricle is collapsed. The extra fluid is going to the left side of the brain. But when you have doctors who will see what you see, what if this was their child? We say July is medical malpractice month, but it's every day for us. It's every day for her and me. And every time I take Destiny to doctors, I talk about baby Nehemiah. And these doctors here just can't believe it and shakes their head because all these doctors know that something is not right. Like I personally went in today and talked to her by myself. And I had Destiny sit with her DVD player. And then I brought her back after I told the doctor everything. So when she saw her and she examined her, she knew exactly what I was talking about. And sometimes watching how Destiny walks, like her eyes are moving like towards the right, and then it's like she'll step. It's just sad that it's just sad that these doctors don't care. Or if you would have asked me, I say it all the time. If you would have asked me, you know, years ago, would Destiny be going through this? I would have told you no. Would she had ever been on psych meds? I would have told you no. And me not being educated on autism and cerebral palsy and hydrocephalus. Um, they waited till she was 3 to put the shunt in her brain. So she walked around from 2 to 3 years old with fluid on her brain when all these other kids got their shunts. And then what's crazy is I've been fighting to at least get CT scans done. So Destiny's ventricle, if I'm correct, has been collapsed at least a year. At least. How do these doctors go to sleep and say, I know this is going on with this child or this person, and I'm okay to just go to sleep like I'm not even trying to help them? Man, Renee. And all you guys that's in here have rocked with me for many years. Um, yeah, I've seen the good, the bad, all of that. Um, I just, my heart hurts watching her and Nehemiah go through this. And when I say I have never spoke to Sin a day in my life from YouTube or Renelle. I don't even know about Cola. I know I have Shay, and I don't think I have Marcus and stuff like that. But when I say that I love and respect y'all for standing by me and Destiny for these years, but as she begins to feel Destiny's neck, I said this earlier, when she felt Destiny's neck, she felt these, which these are the type of lymph nodes that she felt. It's SHOTTYLYMPHADENOPATHY. She said that she can't understand why her um, primary care doctor or even the other doctor did not give her an antibiotic. She said that's normally the steps you take with lymph nodes like these. You take and you give them an antibiotic, you give the rounds and see if it works or helps. And she said a lot of times you biopsy them. Well, which for Destiny, she has rods and screws in the back of her neck, so I don't even know if that's possible. So, but when people talk about these kind of yeah, and you know, there's times that me and Miss Bradley don't speak, talk, text, or nothing, but we can always like pick back up on the text or lives or whatever. Like it's been nothing, um, because we know that we're handling stuff and we're trying to make sure that our kids are okay. You know. Um, but I know that Nehemiah and Destiny are not the only two. She was telling me, she's a GI doctor. She was telling me that Destiny's shunt should have been replaced every 6 years. So Destiny's had it 21 years, which means she should have had it replaced 3 times. She said the shunt is probably so embedded in Destiny's brain that there's no telling what will happen if they try to do that. She was a GI doctor. Yeah, she's GI. She was just trying to help me as far as like the swallow studies that she had done because Destiny gags and chokes and all of that. Um, like she hasn't physically like choke, but it gets so bad that you think that she's really gonna choke. Um, so just her, trying to tell me everything. She said she she used to be a primary care doctor. So she said that's how she knew the steps that needed to be taken. So she did call her in a antibiotic. Since these other two doctors did not. It's just I don't know. But I'm trying to see. She is, yeah, 24/7, 24 hours. But she doesn't get oh shit, how do you say that? She doesn't get the pay. She doesn't get paid for doing it. And mine will be up in a couple of months. So, but the state, they're wrong. They're wrong for this because, like I said, me and other caregivers that take care of our families, our family members, they're gonna put us really in a bind. Me, me. I'm not allowing nobody to come in here and do what I do, and she's not gonna allow nobody to um, take care of her and do all that. She's not. So it would be me. I mean, I've been doing it all these years. This was like the only year that you know what I mean. Like I've been doing it. So um, I just happened to see a program that somebody showed me and got in the program. Had to do background check, fingerprinting, all of that, CPR test, and to become her caregiver, I passed it all. But had they would have told me and all of us other caregivers that this would only last a year, you know, because when you sit up here and you think that this is a guaranteed thing and all this and that, and then the car that I had was gone, so I needed a car. So here, my mom, she stepped in and co-signed for me a car, but I paid the car note and car insurance. That's $391 a month, and that's for the car note, and 211 for the car insurance. I can't expect for my mom to pay something like that for me. Well, I can honestly, you know, trying to check my phone and this puppy, and so like everything that I've been doing for Destiny these past couple of weeks, you know what I mean, like has been for her. Um, like when she says she wants to do something, I try to make sure that we do it, So she wanted to go to the beach a week or so ago with her brother, and we went, and she did good. Um, just seeing her sit in the water at the top and just playing with the sand, and then yesterday we went to like this little sprinkle thing, and just seeing her do like the little simple things, then that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm asking if there's any lawyers that watches this video, any neurosurgeon that watches this video that's in the state of California or in the state of Georgia, please reach out to me or Miss Bradley. I'm looking for someone that will look into my daughter's case as far as how much the shunt is embedded in her brain, her ventricle being collapsed. Um, You never know who you will run into on here or any, other place. And it's sad when you go to social media to talk about it, and people either run with the story, or you're begging, or you're doing this, or you're doing that. But until you're in my place, her place, or any other parent's place, and you have no idea. You have no idea what it's like. And I said something the other day on my live, like, people ask people, would you change your situation? And a lot of times we say no. But honestly, would I change anything? Yeah, I would. I would change that Destiny would not have had all this stuff happen. She doesn't deserve it. Nehemiah doesn't deserve it. None of these kids deserve it. Um, I would give anything to go back over 8 years ago, where she, and then I'm learning that had she got her shunt at a decent time, she may not have had the uh, mental delay. Do you know if that makes me feel like? I want to know why she didn't get her shunt earlier. Yeah, I know they said because her body was small, her head was big, whatever. I didn't know about all that. I just know what they were telling me. And and especially like them doing the surgeries, like putting this thing in her head to like test the fluid levels. Well, they were always high. So small or not, I know now that there were smaller babies that had their shunts. So you let my daughter walk around with for 2 to 3 years with fluid on her brain? You let me find out my daughter has autism in 2015 when I had her in programs from 1 to 3 that would have detected cerebral palsy, that would have detected autism. So now she can't get the help that she needs, because if they were to help her with the cerebral palsy, she would begin to fall because it's adapted to her body. And all this time, her left hand, all this time, I thought that she didn't have tissue in her hand. She has tissue in her hand. I was told for many years that she didn't. The reason why it was flat because she doesn't have tissue in her hand. Come to find out, she does. So now I'm having to work that muscle or whatever it is to um, help gain the tissue back in her hand. So if you think about it, if you think about it, her her shunt has adapted to her body, and her shunt has adapted to her body. That's why it works the way that it does. Because by it being embedded, it's embedded to where it works for her body, not how it's supposed to work. And then the cerebral palsy, her body has adapted to it after all this time. So you're born with cerebral palsy. And being in this program is when I learned that she had it, because I asked the neurosurgeon, is it possible Destiny has cerebral palsy? Because I believe she does. And he said yes. And then, with her hands going crippled, it's hard to say if it's the cerebral palsy or if it is the cervical stenosis, because the cervical stenosis, that's why she has the rods and screws in the back of her neck. Her bones will deteriorate. And so you get stuff like that when you're 40. Well, she got that years ago. And so they don't know when she'll be in a wheelchair, but one day she will be, because her bones will deteriorate. I wish that I was educated enough now. Yeah, that's why she's been like the little water thing we was in yesterday. She enjoyed that. She's like going to the beach now. Sometimes. So we're supposed to try to go Tuesday. Um, it's like, what do? You pay your bills, or you, which I know you pay your bills, but do you take some away from your bills and do what you need to do for her so that she can enjoy when she's willing to go? Because sometimes she's not willing to go. Sometimes she might say she wants to do something, then when it comes down, she don't want to do it. But she was really adamant about going 2 weeks ago to the beach in Florida, and she enjoyed herself just sitting there. And she said that she sat like in the water, and she was like, and you can just see the relax. But it was crazy because once we got back into Georgia, I saw the difference, like behavior, kind of. Which I thought she was, gonna have an episode, but she didn't. She was just tired. She had been up for hours, and then she wants to go Tuesday to Botanical. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Botanical Gardens. It's like an hour from here, and her brother said that we could go. So, um, excuse me. So that's what I'm doing. Um, it's like I just want to see her happy and smile, and you know, I want to see the old her. Um, yeah, she's in the bed watching, or playing her music. Because after we came back from Florida, she had got a puppy that was donated to her. She named him Justin Beaver. So I named him. I put Ray in the middle of it, so it's Justin Ray Beaver. So um, it's kind of like help her some, with um, because it's like as long as he's here in the house, like she'll try to play with his toys a little bit with him and stuff like that. Um, Destiny used to wouldn't do animals. So when I asked her did she want the puppy and she said yes, I was very surprised. Now I'm having to do all of the work, the training and doing the puppy pads and the poop, the pee. It's like having a whole nother child. Um, but again, I'm doing it for her. Oh, no, 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 no. She's not bedridden. No, no, um, no. And it was crazy because when I was talking to the doctor today, it I could be wrong. I don't know because she didn't come out and say it, but I felt like she was saying that normally with things like this and like with the uh, ventricle collapse and all of that, um, I don't even want to say it because, excuse me, like I said, she didn't say it, but I felt like she was trying. Oh, excuse me, this air so hot right here. Um, I felt like she was trying to say a lot of times with things like this You do uh, what is that? Hospice, but she didn't say it. Um, I don't know. She might let me show you guys her. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see this puppy. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all this puppy. And see the medication she's on caused her to get up to 200 pounds. Um, Before she started, she was 111, but now she's lost a little. She's 193. Um, so like I'll do like little things to, um, you know what I mean, like kind of make the body movement and stuff like that, so that she's not ill. Let me see. This dog is right up under my feet. Justin, where are you at? I know you're somewhere. Come here. Come say hey. Come say hey to YouTube. Come here. Look, Justin. Justin. Say hey YouTube. Say I'm Justin Ray Bieber. I don't know if you guys could see him. He like follows me everywhere. 30 minutes after you get out of the water, your body will tighten up. Stiffness again. And you know what's crazy is when I got out of the water and we got back in the car to drive back, my heels were so tight. I was like, oh my gosh. Let me see. Justin. Let me see. Justin Bieber. Justin. Look. Say hey. Say my name is Justin. My name is Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber. I'm trying to let them see you. Look, look, look. Justin. Yeah, he's not. Now let me see if Destiny will let me show you her. And of course she's playing her music, so but he's got this in my closet, so he can't stay in my room. Oh gosh. Destiny, can you pause that 1 second? Let me see. Yeah, oh, pause that 1 second, okay? No. Leave her. No, Justin. He's gonna get your cord. Oh, looking wild, girl. You don't have to say anything. As YouTube, you don't have to say anything, okay? They just wanted to see pretty Destiny and they saw Justin Bieber. They saw Justin. Did you open up the door? Mm-hmm. I hope he didn't poop in my closet. Yeah, but not around him a lot. It's me. Okay. I'm gonna take Justin out of here, okay? Because I don't want him to poop in my closet. Okay? Mm-hmm. I was telling him how you wanted to go to the beach Tuesday. Right? Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. You crying? No. Now I got to figure out how to get Justin out of here. Come on, Justin. Come on. Because he will go right in my closet, Destiny. Come on, Justin. Come on. Come on. Come on. Justin, come on. Let's go. Let's go. I don't know what it is. No. Come on. Come on. Now, I don't know if y'all could see just that little clip, but to me, and I guess it's because I'm around her all the time, I can see the difference in the look. Justin, come on. Come on. I said no. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on, Justin. Let's go. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna close it, Jesse. Because you are not pooping in my room. I don't know. My neighbor, she's taken to him, and she's done bought him a crate, a carrier, all kind of stuff. Yeah, it's like her eyes. Her eyes go up or they go to the right. So I'm just wondering, with the ventricle being collapsed, is that what's making her eyes look like that to the right, if that makes sense? Hey, Daryl. I don't know if that makes sense, but you just try to figure it all out. Um, you know, yeah. Um, so it's like, uh, but she will, she will only talk with me. Um, since since the what do you say? Since like the ventricle being like that, and just her talking, she talks to me. Um, but her eyes don't ever look the same. And to me, um, it's her eyes, but she is on Risperdal and Benstropine. So it's 10. Let me see what time. Oh, it's 11:10. So she's tired too. But she, even like today on the way home, I got her to laugh a little bit with me. She was like trying to tickle me in the doctor's office. The doctor saw it, and then when the doctor was like feeling her neck, she thought that Destiny was crying, but she was laughing. So yeah, they don't see anything eye wise. That's why everybody's leaning more to the shunt with everything. The shunt has really caused a lot of issues, a lot of I don't know, just a lot. So yeah, like for Justin, um, she likes she likes to lay on the couch and watch Caillou. That's what's on now is Caillou. Um, and so uh, she'll take the toy and play with him, and like move it, or she'll sit up and play with him, or stuff like that. So I've been taking like a lot of pictures. Yeah, there's a lot of neurological issues. Um, and so with this shunt, oh wow, it is part of both. Plus, CP is a total beast because your eyes have nerves, and that is a part of CP2. I never knew that. That's why I say, like, I'm having to like learn TP on my own, you know. Wow. I'm gonna take this. Let me see that comment out because I don't want people to like think. But that's why I try to like, yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, so the thing is that I see a lot of like she walks to the right now, and her eyes go to the right. If they're not up, sometimes they are straight, but a lot of times they go to the right. And trying to research stuff on Google, because even for me, when I researched um, scattered lymph nodes, it talks about cancer and everything else. Thank you. Good night, and I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm not gonna be on here too much longer. I just felt that I needed to come and update, and and it's good seeing the same people that's been rocking with us for a long time. I've never heard of that Duane syndrome. Oh wow, never heard of that. Wow. And see, Destiny's eyes started rolling up to the top of her. Like, you see the white part. It's been doing that 2 years, for 2 years every day. And I never thought it was the medication because it didn't start until like three months after she began the medication. And so if she was gonna have any side effects to that medication with the eyes, the Risperdal, I mean Venstropine, would have helped that, and it never did. So, um, with that being said, I know it's not the medication. Everything falls to this shunt. That's why it's collapsing. And see, that's crazy because that's where the shunt is. The shunt is on the right side. Her ventricle is collapsed on the right side. And just, you put that together, that's not good. I'll take her for another updated eye exam, and I'm gonna because they don't see anything, but I'll take her to a second one. You know, um, I have no problem doing that. Cause yeah, when I took her and told them, the situation with the eyes, and they don't see anything, but I would take her to another one. Um, at least to be on the safe side for two different people. But just sitting here talking about it, it's like I'm saying it out loud. Her ventricle is collapsed on the right side. That's where the shunt is at, is on the right side. So that's why a lot of problems are occurring on the right side. And actually, that can't be good though. I could see like if it was the shunt was on the right side and the left ventricle was collapsed, which I don't want neither one of them to be collapsed, but it's not. It's the right side where the shunt is at. So that's why Justin is just in there making mess with all those toys. I promise you, he's like a whole kid. But she loves Justin. Like I said, I never thought she would want a dog or have a dog, or because she used to wouldn't even go up to dogs. So, but so yeah, I don't know. But I'm gonna look more into that too, like the right side of the ventricle being collapsed with that shunt. And she agreed with me too. Like she feels like too, if these doctors are scared of the situation, or if they don't feel like they can help, at least just tell me that. That's how she feels too. Well, let them tell it. The shunt works. It's just embedded in her brain. I know she, and they know this, that she sometimes when she says her head hurts, she says she feels rocks in her head. Her head feels like rocks. I've never heard her say that, because the very first time she said it, she had me call the paramedic. And they always say that her shunt works. And that's why other doctors who feel for the situation say the same thing, that her shunt has adapted to her body because it's so embedded in her brain. So, like when he does this around the shunt area, he doesn't even feel the shunt at all. Now, I can feel something up there, and I'm thinking that's the shunt. He said no, that yep. And that's what I'm afraid of, because where, if her right ventricle is collapsed, where is that fluid going to? Because now she has extra fluid on the left side of her brain. And that's why nobody's wanting to touch the situation, um, because nobody can tell nobody the year, make, and model of the shunt. I found out that it's a Cogman shunt, but that's all I know. I don't know the year, make, and model. I have no clue. I didn't know that she was supposed to have a shunt card. Yeah. Well, this is a different doctor. A whole different doctor. Whole different doctor. Why are you running so fast? And you know, ever since he got, oh, he's running so fast. Ever since, ever since he got his shots a few days ago, sometimes he'll just start to run really fast. He's like, what, 11 weeks old today? My neighbor, she took to him, Nana. She took to him And she got him his shots and stuff, and carrier crate, and some puppy pads and toys. So she's been a big help when it's come to him for me. But it's like, how does the shunt and CP adapt to your body? It's just beyond me. And even when I told the doctor today, I said, people have told me to like reach out to the news and stuff like that. And she agreed. Um, so in order to do, so to see exactly where the shunt is at, she has to be put in an MRI machine. So they can see the collapsed ventricle, the fluid on the left, and exactly how far the shunt is before going inside. And nobody is willing to do the MRI without the year, make, and model. Yeah. Because the girl, she called me the other day to schedule a MRI. When I told her the situation, she was like, "Oh no, there's not a year, make, and model in here." So she called somebody, and they looked in some stuff that they had, and they said that there's no year, make, and model of the shunt anywhere. Well, this could be life or death situation. Yeah. And the sad part about it is, to me, it could be too if they go inside. We're not knowing how far the shunt is. Yeah. And what's crazy is, and I told the doctor today, the neurosurgeon, I asked him, I said, if Destiny were to have the brain surgery to either change the shunt, put a whole new one in, because I'm not going to let them go in and just revise it or whatever. She needs a whole new one, tube and all. I forgot what I was going to say. Lord have mercy, I forgot. Just that quick. Lord have mercy. That's why my goal is to get her to do university. But even still, without the year, make, and model of the shut, do university can't do anything either. Mark, what are you looking at? Because once she goes into an MRI machine, her shunt cuts completely off. So it has to be reprogrammed back to 80 to turn her shunt back on. That's why it's a programmable shunt. Yeah, it's a program. Excuse me, a programmable shunt. Somebody has got to tell me. Like I don't even radiology where she's actually been as a kid getting a and you know what? So I'm gonna prove it. After the 4th, because a lot of this stuff is like not open like that. And Um, but I'm going to drive to the Children's Hospital, and I'm going to go talk to radiology. Tell them the whole situation. Now they're the ones that have done her MRIs before. They know that it cuts off when she goes inside. They know all of that. I'm going to ask them, can they give me the year, make, and model of her shunt? And see, medical records used to be there too, but they're not there anymore. I'm like, well, where are they? I'll drive to where they're at. But what's happening is this Destiny is 24. So what's happening is all this stuff was years ago. So there's no telling where all of her medical records are at. But the program I'm in now, I signed a paper for them to get medical records from October 16th, 1998 for a whole year because I wanted to see what happened in the neonatal intensive care, because I stayed there the whole time she was there and would have to wash up and go and see her for a little bit. They wouldn't, like, I couldn't stay back there long enough to hold her. And then I would have to leave back out and go in the waiting room. I did that for a whole week. I never left the hospital. They made me go home one time and shower, and I came right back. So, now, if radiology, because I've asked them before, and they said they don't have that, but I'm going to physically go, and I'm going to see what they tell me. Honestly, because I'm hearing he's in California. I don't know how true that is, but I wish I can find the doctor who put the shunt in. Even though he works with children's, I feel like anybody that puts a device in somebody, I feel like they should always be responsible for stuff like that. And that's just my personal opinion. I mean, if I was a doctor, I wouldn't want to go behind another doctor. You know, I just wouldn't. So I get it. That's why I say I just wish these doctors was honest with me and say, hey, I don't feel comfortable going behind another doctor. There's no telling how far this shunt is or whatever. Like, you know, because right here on the side of the neck is hard. And the doctor today felt it too. It's hard. So her tubing is here. It comes down. So not knowing if that's something to do with the shunt or if that is a lymph node. Don't know. So, but I'm not going to hold you guys anymore. I will make a trip up there. Appreciate you guys staying. Get down, Justin. Staying. And I will be sure to keep you guys updated. Most of you, I have y'all's number. I think I'm gonna turn Caillou. But I love you guys. I appreciate y'all, and we're gonna get through this. We're gonna figure this out for Nehemiah, Destiny. That's why I was saying when you had said that they say he had a little bit of fluid. Just like I knew he was supposed to have a colostomy bag. And she said that today too. Because she asked me, what did he have on it? And I told her. And she was like, I was like, yep. But the doctor that put this in is Roger Hudgens. So I just wonder, where at in California is he at? Like, is he an adult one? Or is he still working in the kids? Or has he retired? I don't know. Because, you know, they won't give out that information. Well, love you guys, and I will see you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Peace up. A-Town down. And Mark, you just keep looking.